My plan was to go filming early in the morning, but it's kind of just been raining all morning. And I kind of like the rain, I have no problem with it, but it just makes it a little bit more difficult to film. Hopefully it'll stop soon and we can get out. Yes, it has finally stopped raining for a little bit amount of time. I wanted to get up early in the morning and go out and film a bit. It was just raining like all morning. So I was just like, come on rain, wait, come on, just rain, stop, go away. I like the rain, but then it just makes it more difficult to film. But actually about like 1 or 2 months ago, I showed this weird structure that I'm standing right next to, and I was like, when it's done, I'm gonna show it to you guys so you guys can see what it looks like, because when they were building it, it looked really weird. There was like some crane way at the top, and there was, I don't know, it looked really weird, but check it out. It is just one massive wooden box they placed on a property. That's all it looks like. People have been asking me in the comments of my videos, like, I made this survival kit, here's a picture of all the stuff that I have inside of my kit, or here's a video that I threw together. Do you have any tips? Can you give me some recommendations of what I should add and stuff? So the truth about having a survival kit or an EDC, a bag that you take everywhere, is there's no like exact definition to what you should keep in it. It's not like, here's a list and this is exactly what you should have. No more, no less, exactly this. I think that everyone's bag can look a little bit different, but you should try to cover the main things, like have a way to purify water, have some way to make some shelter, of course, have a way to get food. Try to cover the basics, but there could be 1,000 people with their own survival kit, and each kit could look a little bit different, so keep that in mind. And that actually reminds me of something else that I guess I'll talk about, and that is being prepared for situations. So I think it's good to have like a survival kit, or have maybe an emergency bag. It could be a suitcase or a duffel bag or a box that is kind of for like emergencies, where you in that container you have extra food, extra water, stuff of emergency, survival, stuff of that nature. And I think that, oh cool, someone made a passageway. That's cool. I think that you should have a kit for emergencies and stuff, but don't be like, maybe your friends are going on an adventure and they're like, hey, you should come along. You don't want to be like, oh dude, I can't come because how am I supposed to take my massive container full of emergency supplies and food and stuff like that. I think it's really good to have a kit for emergencies, but don't let that stop you from going on an adventure or going exploring or stuff just because you can't bring it along. It's totally fine to go on an adventure and not bring your massive container or duffel bag with all the survival stuff you would need to survive for a month. Like, it's totally fine to not bring that, because I would say as soon as a survival kit makes it so you're not able to go on as many adventures, or it makes it so you're not able to go exploring at places that you normally would be able to, it's not worth having the kit. The way that I look at it is, what's the point of having a bug out bag or a survival kit if it makes it so you can't go on adventures and you can't go do things that you normally would be able to? Because here there's all these plants and stuff, all the water just drains right into the walkway, and then you just end up with this river. You just end up with this river right where you're walking. But it's kind of cool. Also, I haven't been surfing right now as much as I normally do, due to all the hurricanes, because when there's like hurricanes and lots of rains, what actually happens down by the beaches where there's rivers nearby is, like, if there's crocodiles in a river and there's lots of rain, all the water will be flushing through that river, and it'll sometimes push the crocodiles out of the river into the ocean. So they've been putting up like alerts and stuff, like, be careful, there could be crocodiles out in the water. Also, when it rains a lot, there's a lot of logs and woods and trees floating around. It can be a bit dangerous to surf then. bright, but it looks really stormy. Like the entire, as far as I can see all along this way, it just looks really stormy and like really dark clouds, like it's gonna probably rain later on, so most likely it's gonna rain. Those are all dark clouds just right there. They actually look very close, like I can see it, the darkness in the ocean. It's actually starting to rain a little bit. I feel some droplets landing on me. It's quite funny because I'm used to, whenever I come to the beach, I almost always have my surfboard and then I always just walk straight to the water. So it sometimes feels really weird when I go to the beach and I don't just go straight to the water. I like sometimes just sit down and like look around me. One thing I must say is whenever you're out on an adventure, doing whatever it is, maybe exploring somewhere, make sure that you stop for a second and really enjoy all those little things. Like, I'm here adventuring, going on my way to the beach, and I could have easily just like sprinted right past everything right to the beach. But if I stop and just like look around, like look at what's around me, I'll see these palm trees that look cool, and then these trees that have fallen over and make these really cool views, or maybe this cool video shot that I could get. It's really easy that when you're out doing an adventure or something, it's really easy to get caught up in like, dude, I just gotta like get from this location to that location, like I just gotta get there right now, like, and then you end up just like running right past or going right past everything way too quickly. That was really cool if you would have just stopped and like looked around and like enjoyed those little things. Like I could have easily been right here, I could have sat on this log, ran to the beach, ran home, and it was just another adventure. But then right here I stopped and I was like, okay, let me see, what could I look at that's like, what around me would I have maybe missed? And then sometimes you'll see like a cool lizard there that you would have run right past, or maybe a frog or a toad or some type of rare bird up in the tree. You never know. In the past, I was gonna try to go through this property, but as soon as I started going through, I was almost attacked by a pack of horses. I think I'm on someone's private property. Maybe, maybe not. Hope not. Hopefully they don't get mad at me if they see me. Okay, it seems to be gated off here. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to go through there or that way. I've never actually been back here. I've tried going back here a few times, but there's always a bunch of horses. Should we go that way and go that way? Go that way, or we go that way. I found a passageway. I hear someone talking over there. There's a sign that says it's private and do not pass through there, and I just walked through the whole thing. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I'm gonna do a positive quote, but first I'd like to do a quick little comparison, and that is using these two different filters for my light, which I use. So when I do footage like this at nighttime, I usually use my G7X with this like circular handle thing, which I forget the name, then with a little tripod, then with a light on the top, which is like it's a square light. And it comes with these two filters, and pretty much always I use the white one, but I've never tried the orange one, so I figured this would be a perfect time. So this is what it looks like without a filter. Without the filter, testing. Don't really need to hear me talk, but anyways, here is what it looks like with the white filter. I'm sliding the white filter on right now. Okay, I just slid it on. It kind of just like diffuses the light a little bit, but the light stays the same color. I feel like it maybe makes it so the camera is more able to get the details of my face easierly. Let's try the orange diffuser filter. So I'm taking the diffuser off right now. A little brighter, and I'm sliding the orange diffuser on right now. Whoa, I think I need to turn the brightness up a little. You see, the orange filter kind of makes me look really, really sunburnt, or like I added way too much saturation to the video. I kind of like it. If it wasn't so orange, I think it would be a really good look. But it's too orange. It's too orange. And that is why I seem to stick to the white filter. Today's positive quote is, a dream written down with a date becomes a goal broken down into steps becomes a plan backed by action makes your dreams come true. What this quote means to me is that it's good to have goals and good to have dreams. Everyone should have dreams, which should be goals, so that you have a plan to how you're gonna accomplish it, or at least you're just working towards it. But like, if you have a goal, it usually takes certain steps. You're gonna have to take certain steps to get to that goal. Most of the time, you're not gonna have a goal and then you're just gonna wake up one day and it's just gonna be done. Sometimes that happens, most of the time not. Most of the time, you're gonna have to take certain matters to get to that goal. Try to figure out what you need to do to accomplish your goal. So if your goal is to, let's say, become a YouTuber, a well-known YouTuber who inspires people, and that's your goal, but you never put up a video, how are you gonna become a well-known YouTuber if you don't put up videos? So, you see what I mean? Like, to get to most goals, there's steps that you have to take and stuff that you're gonna have to do if you wanna get to that goal. And that actually goes for like tons of different things. If your goal is to become learn a certain trick in a certain sport, but you never practice it or you never work on learning that trick, then how are you supposed to get the trick down? This has been another video with Atuamoy. If you want to see more videos, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Remember to do more awesome stuff. See you guys tomorrow, early in the morning. Bang! Ah, that's kind of cool actually. Bang! Bang! I kind of like it.